My wife sent me this. Draya Michele seemingly responds to criticism after revealing she is expecting a baby with 22-year-old NBA star Jalen Green. The reality TV star has a son the same age as her boyfriend. The reality TV star has a son the same age as her boyfriend. You got pregnant by a man who is the same age as your son. Out of wedlock. And you're running around promoting it as if it's the best thing ever and that everybody should try it. Wicked. Not only that, but her explanation of her concept of family and her concept of relationship and her concept of raising children, it couldn't be any more further away from what God wants in a relationship, in a marriage, in a family. It's so wicked, it's so twisted, the world that we live in. This world is so comfortable foregoing marriage, having children with people that we barely even know, that we barely even like, but just because there's some type of physical sexual attraction, we have children with these people. And we literally run around creating broken home after broken home after broken home. And the media wants to advertise it as woman empowerment. It doesn't make any sense. Let me play this clip.
Do you want any more kids or are you done?
Oh yeah, I want more kids.
Like how many?
Like one, I think.
So like the person you're dating, you see like a future with them?
I think the question you were asking me is if I wanted more kids, and I feel like I want more kids.
Did you hear what she asked? She said, the person you're dating, do you see a future with him? The 21-year-old that she just got pregnant by, she said, do you see a future with him? She can't even answer the question. It's a simple yes or no. You can't even answer. You just laid down and had a baby with this man. You literally just laid down and allowed this man to defile you in that way outside of marriage. And you still have hesitations as if you want this man to be in your life moving forward.
You see like a future with them?
I think the question you were asking me is if I wanted more kids, and I feel like I want more kids, and I feel like at this point in my life, right?
Yeah.
The relationship is amazing to have, right? But that's not what I'm basing having a kid on, because I'm very non-traditional. I feel like you can co-parent without being in a relationship. Maybe just two people say, hey, you want a kid? I want a kid. Let's just have a kid, and like, let's just
really?
see.
So you would
I'm
do
very
that?
like free spirit. I'm very open and just.
I feel like you can co-parent without being in a relationship. I feel like two people can just have a kid just because they're sexually attracted to each other, and let's just make a baby, because I feel like, I look good, you look good. So the baby probably gonna be a cute little baby. So let's just have a baby. I don't want to be with you though. We could just co-parent. I'm non-traditional. I don't need much. I just need, $12,000 a month in child support. Not much. Can I listen to that one more time?
Oh yeah, I want more kids.
Like how many?
Like one, think.
So like the person you're
I don't
dating, you see like a future with them?
I think the question you were asking me is if I wanted more kids, and I feel like I want more kids, and
Yeah.
I feel like at this point in my life, right?
Yeah.
The relationship is amazing to have, right? But that's not
At this point in my life, the relationship is amazing to have.
what I'm basing having a kid on, because
But that's not what I'm basing having a kid on. I don't have to have a good relationship with you in order to have a kid with you, is what she's saying. I just have to be sexually attracted to you, and then we can have a baby. But our relationship after that doesn't really matter because I just want the baby. I don't want the relationship. Okay, but what about your child? What about your children? What type of life are you creating for your children? When you are literally, I don't know how old she is. She's like 38, 39, 40. How old is she? I saw a comment on here. Oh my gosh. This is what I'm saying. Somebody said, normalizing broken homes is nuts. At her big age. Wow. She should know better, but okay, predator. Ooh. Big age is crazy. This is what I'm saying. We live in a world that normalizes broken homes. We live in a world that normalizes broken homes. And here's the issue. You're a 38, 39-year-old woman. Now you're about to have 3 children by 3 different men. And one of those children that you're about to have is by a man who is the same age as your son. If you don't see an issue with that, then we have a huge problem. Because there's so many red flags all over the place. There's so many red flags all over the place. And I think also, I saw, hold on, there was another video. I think I saved it, or maybe I did not save it. Maybe I didn't save it. Hold on. Hold on. I have to play this. I have to play this. Because this one is crazy. Okay, please listen to this. Please.
this is like hypothetical.
Here's the question. Draya Michele reveals which celebs she'd let take her on a date. This is supposed to be a woman. Well, actually, I can't say that. Because this was posted in 2023. So I don't know what her relationship status was at this time. But she basically went through all of these different men. And she said whether or not she would have a child with that man or not. And the crazy part that got me is she said something along the lines. She said, if I was single, then I would go on a date with this person. If you were single, you would go on a date with this person. Okay, but you're at this point in time, you weren't single. So why are you even entertaining these questions? Why are you entertaining these hypotheticals if you were in a relationship during the time of this conversation? Here's what I think. I don't know if y'all know this or not. He's 22 years old. She's what, 30 something? 39. So 22 and 39. what is that? 16 years? That's 16 years. Right? 17 years. That's 17 years. So you were about to graduate high school and walk across the stage with the diploma before this man was even out the womb. Even out the womb. He wasn't even out the womb. And you guys want to know like the bigger problem with this story? Do you guys know like one of the most popular categories in pornography? It's older women with younger men. And so, being that this is quite literally the generation, you don't think that Jalen probably consumed a lot of that content, which ultimately shifted his attraction and shifted his viewpoint as to what he deemed to be okay and not okay in his own dating life? And this is why porn is so dangerous, because it's a slippery slope. One person can watch porn, and after a certain point in time, you start to get desensitized to all different types of videos. And it takes more and more extreme content for you to get off. It's a slippery slope. It leads to death. A lot of people say like, oh, well, wouldn't you rather, a young man or a young woman, instead of actually going out and sleeping with somebody, and instead of actually going out and giving their bodies to another person, wouldn't you rather them watch? Isn't that healthier? Isn't that safer? Isn't I've even had classes, like sex ed classes, way back in the day, like 6th grade. I remember 6th grade. There was a sexual ed teacher who literally said to me that watching is healthy and it's natural. So we have all these children who are growing up who believe that watching is natural and healthy, who are developing these relationships through these videos that they're watching that are literally perverting the way that they view dating in the future. Maybe I'm reaching a little bit, but I really don't think I am. I really don't think I am. This is a weird time that we live in. It's a really weird time. And I don't want to be too rude, but her mentality of not caring about the relationship, just caring about the sexual attraction and whether or not the baby would be cute or not, that's essentially what she said. That mentality was still able to attract a very successful man making millions of dollars. Why? Because she looks good. We're so shallow. This society is so shallow. We put so much weight on looks and not enough weight on what's up here. Not enough weight on your spiritual health, your emotional health, your belief system. As long as you look good, we can let all that fly. It doesn't really matter. because you look good. And ultimately, you're going to be able to please me physically. And a lot of people idolize sex more than anything on this planet. And if they can lay down with an attractive person, then that gives them a sense of validation. There's a reason why sex was created, and there's a reason why God said to only do this with your husband or with your wife. Only do this in the confines of a marriage, because this thing called sex, it's very powerful. It's meant to bond two individuals together for life. And if you're running around giving that bond to anybody, you're creating a lot of spiritual unrest. And you might not feel the consequences of that unrest today, tomorrow, next year. But I can guarantee you at some point in your life, you are going to feel those consequences, and they are going to weigh heavy on your spirit. Oh, do I want to show this? I don't know if I want to show this. This is just me being messy at this point. I don't want to show her children. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. All right, moving on.